Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Now in the last episode, episode 1, we found a base, automated iron, some rocks, and villagers, built a little house, and also terraformed a bit. Now, in between episodes, what I've done is make a little cow farm here, and then we added on from the exterior, that's the wrong word, interior here, and we now have this basement section. Look at that. It looks amazing. But today, with our brand new outfit on, I want to dive into the world of magic a little bit. Now, how are we going to do that, you may ask? Well, first things first, every good wizard needs their little book. And to make this book, we're going to combine these materials here to make a novice spellbook. And then I'm actually going to immediately upgrade it to this mage's spellbook. That way we can have access to not just tier 1 spells, but also tier 2 spells, aka glyphs. Now, right off the bat, we have a bunch of stuff to see here, just by clicking V. Now, normally you won't be greeted with this much, but I found some structures which gave us these codex entries, and how they work is it teaches you a random glyph. Now, all these are tier 1, but basically, if you want to read these, we have forms, augments, effects, subforms, and filters. And how we make these spells is basically like making a math problem, for example. So if we wanted to cast a spell that breaks stuff, we would do projectile, and then we would do break, and right now, that break is going to be basically an iron pickaxe. So we can projectile break. Oh, I need to make the spell. Let's just do that. And as you can see, it'll have this little projectile that breaks stuff. But because it's the iron tier, it doesn't really break obsidian. We can see here, doesn't break it. Now, it's going to use up something called mana here at the bottom of my screen, as you can see. And the more usage of these little glyphs here in our spell we have, the more mana it's going to use. So for example, if I wanted to upgrade it to a diamond pickaxe, I could do amplify right here, and now it will use more mana. There we go. Now because I have this armor right here, as you can see, it gives us a total of 120 maximum mana, but just casting the spell by itself, as you can see, it still takes up a fair bit of our mana bar. Now with better armor from this mod, ours Nouveau, and some enchantments right here, we will be able to get more mana and have it regenerate quicker, as you can see here. So if we put this mana regen on any piece of armor, it will allow us to regenerate mana a little bit quicker. So we already have our first spell done. I'm going to name this break, create, and that's going to go in our 1 slot. As you can see, it's going to show you the little math problem. So we have the projectile, the break, and then the amplify. Now for number 2, because you can hold up to 10 spells per book, I want to create a new glyph. Now how we create glyphs is from the scribes table here, created like so, not too hard to make. And for this one, I'm going to want a torch and a lantern, because if we put custom stuff on here, let's do this for example, we can see it in JEI. If we put some custom stuff on here, like earth essence and dirt onto the table, it will give us the conjure terrain glyph, but that's not the one we're going for. We actually already have that thanks to codex entries. We're conjuring something else. Now, I'm getting so sick and tired of having to place torches everywhere. I mean, it just looks ugly. So for this next one, we're going to do Conjure Mage Light. So if we put that there and that there. Oh, I did it wrong. We have to right click with our book on the table and then type in what we want. And then we can do Conjure Mage Light, select, and it's going to show the stuff that we need to do. Or it can toss from a nearby storage system like it just did for the torch. So all we need is the lantern now, and it's going to do this cool animation right here. And with that, we now have glyph of conjure mage light. So all I got to do is right click, and we unlocked it. So if we open up our book again, we can see that we now have Conjure Mage Light right here. So I'm going to do Projectile, Conjure Mage Light, and then Amplify increases the brightness of it, like how far away it does. So I'm just going to do 1. And here's the fun part. You can actually customize the spells. So for this Conjure Mage Light spell, what I'm going to do is build it first. And then we're going to go to Spell Styles. And we are going to do the Conjure Mage Light. And we're going to change the color to rainbow. And now, if we create it, this is the light. And instead of being one color, it's not working. Oh, I accidentally made the color randomized. Interesting. Okay, I think that the rainbow might honestly be broken right now. I think it might just do random colors. It used to be able to cycle back and forth between them, which is weird. But yeah, now we have something to replace our torches. And if we want invisible lights, we can actually do, where is it at? Spell style, conjure mage light. And instead what we can do is change the color to black. And it will make the light invisible, which is actually a huge lifesaver. So we're going to put those in the corners here. And now we have a lit up base. Now we got before and after. Look at that. Just pure light. So, of course, there are so many different combinations that you can do with these. And you can actually get some really super duper strong glyphs if you go to tier 3. But if we just type in glyph, for example, we can see that there's one that gives you Elytra Flight, and in here I got an Elytra from a nether chest. So here, let's see. Yeah, Glyph of Glide, and what this will allow us to do is basically have an Elytra usage while wearing a chest plate. But of course we are nowhere near that, so for now I'm just going to leave it be. But I want to create some other custom glyphs while we're here. So first of all we have Break. Next up we have our light spell, so I'm going to name it that. And then our next spell, I want to do a harming one. So if we do projectile, and then is there a harm? There we go. We can do amplify, and I think amplify just affects the damage. Then what we can do is just title this that, and let's test it out on a poor innocent cow. Okay, so it did 3.5 hearts. Not super bad. We can always, with more glyphs, make this way, way better. But I want to make one last thing and hope that this works. So if we do self, leap, and then we do amplify, we can build this up as much as we want. And we name this leap. Now as you can see at the bottom, this is how much mana we're going to use per each one. So that's just a little thing to note. And of course this is going to take about a third of our mana, but it's very overpowered. Look at that. Now if only we had a safe way down, then we would be able to use this. Oh wait, I actually think we do. Let me head upstairs. Way, way, way too far up. Okay, you don't take fall damage. Wait, I'm just testing that. Oh, never mind, you do. Okay. I'm pretty sure that there's a glyph that I have in here that I've already made. Now if you're wondering how to do the leap one, it's not super duper hard. The leap is crafted like so, which may seem scary, but these are dropped at most Ars Nouveau structures. They're just killed by a little wilding guy. And then the air essence is crafted just like this, with a source gem feather, one of these, and an arrow of any kind. And there's a little setup, like small machines that you do, but it's really not hard to craft, as you can see. Now, do we have the one that I'm looking for? Yes, we do. Bounce. Gives the player the bounce effect, causing them to bounce upwards upon falling. Now, to craft this, it's like so. Now, most of the essences are crafted similarly, like you just gotta do this, and then 3 slime balls. Now, I don't know how long the... Ooh, I just got some really bad FPS. How bad the... or how long the bounce effect lasts? Ooh, I can't think. Okay, 30 seconds isn't bad, but look at that. It's like a slime block, so we can literally travel the world and just use up the spell a bunch and fast travel. So we honestly don't really need this elytra. Sure, we'll probably use it once we get mending on it, but this is a really good spell to travel around with. And it's nice because you can customize how much of the um, leap that you do. And honestly, you don't really go that much further from this compared to the maximum one. So I might just stick with this or something a little bit more controllable. Let's see, that's better. So now that we have this amazing spellbook, you see what's in our inventory. We're going to be heading to the end. Now before we head there, I'm going to use my fast travel. We're going to equip the elytra and then do leap, and look at that. And just like that, here we are in the stronghold. Now all I need to do is simply find the end portal. And here we are. So let's break this spawner, set down a waystone, and here we are. So this is like every other Ender Dragon fight that you see, and it's really loud right now, so I'm just going to go quickly kill it, and I'll be back. And back I am, because here we are with the End Dragon defeated, and now we are in an End City, but I found something amazing while looting all these chests, and that's this chest plate right here. Now this is from Apotheosis, all these little, like, antiques, enchantments, I don't know what to really call them, but as you see at the bottom, what this does is it enables elytra flight. So as long as we have this chest plate on us, we can glide as if we have an elytra. Plus, with our leap spell, we no longer need fireworks, so we can fly wherever we want to go, which is perfect. So what I'm going to do now is just chill in the end for a bit, continue looting stuff up, and then I'll be back when I got a plan for the rest of this episode. Actually, you know what? That's going to be the end of today's episode. I just got to wrap things up here. We are at the Hobbit Hole, though. We got a beautifully enchanted set of armor and tools now with our new well-made elytra, fast travel. We really got it all, honestly. But of course, since this is all the mods 10, there's so much we can be doing. We are just barely grasping the surface. In next episode, I want to hopefully automate some things, get it rolling, get the stuff up and going. Possibly even making a miner. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. But if you guys did enjoy, as always, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Goodbye. Okay, then I do some outro. And then dance a little bit for the end credits.